I have both a Nintendo Entertainment System and a game here, and I'm trying to see if I can get them up and running. Whenever I turn the system on, we see this sight that might be familiar to a lot of people that have had one, the blinking red light. So I'm going to see if I can get this working so it's not blinking anymore and we'll actually play the game. And it looks like these contacts are still dirty. I could not quite get those sufficient. I can't tell if that's dirt or maybe it's worn out. I don't know. I figured I'd go ahead and I'd actually try the card cleaner outside of the case because I can be a little bit more abrasive that way. And so it looks like the way this thing works is you put fluid on one side, which this fluid, it smells a lot like rubbing alcohol. So I think that's all it really is. It's high percentage. But then they have another in for drying, and with it out of the cartridge, like I said, I think I can be a little bit more abrasive. So I don't know how much of this alcohol to put on here. I'm calling it alcohol. I don't actually know that's what this is, but I'll just be calling it that from now on. So let's see. Okay, I think I've made a difference. Now let's do the other side. Yep, this makes a difference. Okay. So I think that's cleaner, but then they say to dry with the other side. In my case, it's probably not necessary because it's going to be a while before I can actually do anything with this. Let me get this corner. I think I did not. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so I think I should show a before and an after so that you have something to compare by. I think it's made a difference. I'm going to test this out later. It looks like there's a few other areas I can go back and clean up some. Cleaning the Nintendo cartridge itself wasn't sufficient. So here I have in front of me, this is a partially disassembled Nintendo Entertainment System. Perhaps you can recognize it more when it's not zoomed in as far. But taking a look at this, I can see that the connector itself is not in the best of condition. Once again, I'm not sure how much of this is dirt versus how much of this is wear. This is not a system I originally owned, so I can't really say anything about what it's been through. But I'm going to use that same card and try and get this connector cleaned off and see what that does. Let's get this at a different angle. And you won't be able to see what I'm doing completely, but yeah, I feel like that might be more wear than anything else. Not sure how to adjust that. I'm going to clean the other side and then see if that makes a difference. Okay, so that didn't work. So now I think the problem component is probably this edge connector. Now, this is the thing that connects the Nintendo cartridge to the circuit board. The circuit board is the lower end. You can tell because that's the way I have these tabs for screwing it down. This upper end is where the cartridge, what it goes into. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to replace it, which I can do right now through the magic of having more than one of them. So let's get this in place and now see whether or not we can get this system to work. Replacing the connector made a difference. Now when I turn the Nintendo on, I get a solid red light instead of it blinking, and you can see that it's displaying something on the screen. Now, I won't call this a total fix. There's still some more work to do because I can see some aberrations in the display. Like in Mario Bros. 3, this checkerboard floor is supposed to come all the way up to be the surface that they're walking on, and that's not happening. I speculate there's still a dirty contact in there, and that's causing problems with the actual coordinate that's being transmitted. But I'll look into this some more, but for the most part, you can see that this is heading in the right direction. And this might be good enough to use this system for what my actual intention is, which is running some of my own code on it.